So welcome to Tech Girl. In this video, I'll show you how to create header variations in FSE theme. So suppose you want different header styles for your home page, for your blog page, and any other page that you may have on your site. Well, it can get a little bit confusing in the new FSE workflow, but yeah, I'll show you how to do it. Let's get started. Alright then, here I've done a few things. This is a fresh new installation of WordPress, but I have created a few pages. So first of all, we have our home page, we have a blog page, an events page, and a normal standard page. And we also have a sample page, but we're not going to be using this page. Suppose you run into a situation where you need different header variations, like for your home page you need a different kind of header, for your events page you need something different, maybe for your single blog post you need a different header, and maybe for all the other normal pages you need a different kind of header. So what I'll show you is, I'll show you how to create different header variations, and then how to assign those different header variations to different kinds of pages. So yeah, we'll get into all that. Right, so first things first, you need to understand the difference between a FSE theme and a classic theme. So in your older classic themes, you had a customizer where you could customize all the different aspects of your site, like your header, your footer, and then your content width, etc., depending on the theme that you were using. But now in FSE themes or blog themes, all of them have been put into this editor menu right here. Right, so here you can see you got templates, you got patterns, you got individual pages, styles, navigation. Now we're not going to go in depth in all of these. I'll just show you first how to create a header variation. So to create a header variation, first things first, you got to go into patterns. And here from patterns, you need to go into manage all template parts. Alright, so once you're here, you can see that all these right here, these are the template parts. You have a footer, you have a header, you got a post meta, and a sidebar template part. Now these are all provided by this 2024 theme. This is the default WordPress theme. So these are the default template parts, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new template part. And I'm just going to call this header 2. So once you've given it a name, you need to go ahead and select a header right here. So things that I'm going to teach you in this video, they're not just going to work for header, but they're also going to work for footers as well. So you can do the same thing. So selecting the header right here, it signifies to WordPress that this is a header template part. So we're just going to create this. Here, you can go about creating your header. So first things first, maybe you would get a group block. You would add it right there. And after that is done, maybe you would add a row within. You got to do one thing. I'm going to turn this off. And now I'm going to start adding in maybe my site logo, and then right after my site logo I might want to add site title, just like so. Alright, so there you go, we have our site title. Now I'm going to take a shortcut. I don't think you should generally do this, but yeah, I'm just going to use a spacer. I'm going to plop it in right there, and I'm going to increase its size just like so, and then I'll just add in a navigation right there. So navigation is like your menu. You know, you got all your pages right here. And for navigation, what you can do is you can choose between multiple different navigation menus. So right here from the blog settings, if you go into menu, you can choose a different navigation menu if you've created it. If you don't have a different navigation menu, then you can also create a different navigation menu. But that's about it. We're not going to go in too deep with this. So there you go. I'm just going to save this first. Now I think I gotta do one thing, and that is, where is it? I need to select the group block, and I'm gonna add a bit of padding. So to do that, I'm gonna go right there, left, right padding. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna change the background color for this. Maybe keep it orange, green, or it looks nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna save this. So yeah, we're done with our second header variation. So I'm gonna take you back to front end. So the header variation that we just created, suppose I want to assign that to the home page and my blog page, right? So how do I do it? You're not going to go manually into a page and then change it. There is a certain way you got to do it, and it's pretty simple. I'll show you. So right here from the editor, I'll show you what you need to do. First of all, obviously, appearance, go into editor, and then from here, you got to go into templates now. So templates, you can think of it as like a structure. So you have structures for different kinds of pages. So you have structures for your normal pages, you have structures for your 404 pages, structure for your search results, single post, etc. And you know, there's a lot more structures or templates that you can create. You can create a template for your front page. This is going to be your home page, and other pages like author archives, etc. So in this video, we'll just touch on maybe 2 or 3 different kinds of templates, like your front page template, your pages template, your single post template, and I'll also show you how to create a custom template. So suppose whenever you add a new page, you know, it follows a certain structure. It follows the structure of this page's template whenever you add a new page. Maybe I'm hosting events, and for my events page, I have a different kind of requirement for my header, footer, or some other elements. Then I'll have to create a custom template. So I'll show you that as well. Right, so now let's do one thing. So for my home page, I need a different kind of header. I'm gonna have to add the template front page, and here I'm gonna cancel this. I'm just gonna add in my header first, header 2, just like so, and then I'll probably add the content block. So this is going to render all the content that is within that page, and in our case it is the front page, the home page. I'll also get in a normal footer, just like so. And then I might also add a page title. Maybe it's just called the title block. There you go. I'm gonna slide that in just like so. Save this. I'm gonna align it to center. There you go, saved. Right, so if we go back, you can see that our home page is now different. We have a different header here, the header that we just created. And if we go back to blog, etc., you know, like your normal page, they still have the different header, the header from the 2024 theme. Right, so there you go. You've created your first header variation and assigned it successfully to your home page. Now, maybe I want to apply the same sort of header to my blog page, like my blog archive page. Well, then how do I do that? Well, then you go back once again into your templates. And from here, you need to select blog home. Go right there and then edit this template. Again, you have this old header right here. Simply add in the new header, header 2, drag it right on top or below, doesn't matter, and then just delete this old header. Save it, and once that is done, if we go ahead in our blog page, then we have the same header. So now this header variation is within blog and within the home page, and all the other pages have a different header variation. Right, so now let's go over the normal pages. So whenever you go into pages and then you add a new page, so suppose you give it a title, you put in your content, pages like those, they structure their content based on the pages template. Right, so that's how it works. If you've noticed, this events page and the normal page, these both, they are a normal page. Like these both are the generic page that you add to your site, right? Well, now I have a need where the normal page, you know, we can have the normal header that we've been using, but for my events page, since this is a little bit different domain, like, you know, I'm hosting events, I want a different sort of header for this, then what do? Well, at this point, you'll have to create a custom template. So I'm going to title this right here as events. To create a custom template, I didn't tell you, but yeah, it's simply that plus button that I just showed you. Right, so here we have an events template. This is a custom template, and now I can go about adding things. Maybe I want this events page to not have a header at all. I can do that. I can just simply plop in my content, just like so. If I want to add my page title, then I can do that. And what I can also do is, if I want to, I can add in a footer, maybe. There you go, save. Right, so whatever I'm just showing you, it's kind of basic. So within this template, you can add anything, any other sort of block, and the content block. Right, so whatever I'm showing you here, this is all bare bones, basically. You know, you can add other things here. You can add your title, you can add your footer, header, those are the normal things. But if you want to apply something as a template, you put it in here. And whatever page you assign this template to, all the things that you see here will go right there, except for this content block right here. So this content block pulls in content from the page itself. Well, this is the template. I hope you get what I mean. This FSE theme, it's kind of complex, but the more you use it, the more you get hang of it. Right, so here we have created our events custom template. So now let's go ahead and let's apply it to our events page. To do that, we'll have to go back and then go into pages. Then look for your events page. This right here, this is it. So I'm simply going to edit this page, and here within template, what I can do is I can swap template, and I'm going to swap it with my events template. So I'm just going to save this, and once that is done, I'm going to refresh this events page right here, and you can see this is the events page. We don't have a header, we simply have our title, we have our content, and a footer. So this is how templates work. This is how you can create your header variations. I hope this tutorial helped you, and I hope this was not too confusing, because when I was first learning about this, I was just all over the place. Right, so that's how you create header variations for different kinds of pages. You can do the same for everything else. Right, so we did it for our front page, our blog home. Your index is like a fallback. So if a page does not fall into any kind of category, like it does not have any sort of template, then your index is the fallback. This is what the page will use. Your 404 is like your error page. So if someone tries to access any sort of page that is not within your website, then, you know, we'll take this 404 template. So this is the generic page that you create. Your search results template is the template that is used when a user tries to search for your blog or something, and then the search results will be shown using this template. And you also have single post template. So, you know, within my blog page, I have this blog right here. So if I open this, now this right here is my single post template. So this one has this header. If you want to change it, it's the same thing again. Go into header. If you've already created a header template part, then you'll simply edit this. My bad. This is not what you do. Single posts, you edit this, and then you change this header variation. You delete this, and then you add in your header variation that you just created. Header 2, this is the one. Save. save, and if we refresh this, right then here your header has changed. So this right here is the basic premise of how you create different header variations. So yeah, there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you whenever I see you. Take care.